All right, it's the morning of our third day. This is a stream where just a little 0.1 miles down from the shelter we stayed at. We've got to fill up completely this morning because our next water source isn't for 6 miles. So gotta make sure we have plenty. Now before we get to that, our goal today is like 7.5 miles to get to Gooch Gap shelter, and we'll set up camp there. Miley decided to she was tired of wearing, she didn't want to put on her cold clothes this morning. It rained on us again last night and her clothes got really wet, and she's like, I'm staying in dry clothes. So that's her last shirt, so she's gonna have to deal with that. She's got another pair of pants. So we're gonna hike up out of here, back up to the shelter, and get down the trail for today. And this is Hawk Mountain Shelter, which we didn't stay in the shelter, we camped behind it, but this is what it looks like. Back to the trail. All right, so our source lied. This is the second water source that we've seen since we left the shelter. So we didn't actually have to go that 0.1 mile down, but I guess it said reliable source for 6 miles, but I think it's because it poured again last night. So you can see the trail. I don't know if you can see there or not. The trail is like a creek right now. The water's running all the way down it. So I'm gonna have some slippery and wet feet today, but it's fun. It looks pretty cool actually. So it's like we're just hopping down a creek down the mountain. So all right, me and Miley have stopped to have some lunch on day 3. We're eating some sweet and spicy tuna creations. Just something quick and easy. So we just came over, I have no idea what mountain. We're about to hit the hardest mountain of the day, which is about a mile up. It's pretty bad hike up, it looks like, but it's only a mile, so like half of the worst one we did yesterday, but then it looks pretty downhill from there for the most part to our next shelter. So we're still almost 5 miles out from our next shelter, so we kind of had a change of plans. Kind of a lot of these shelters are spread out like 7 to 9 miles typically, but between where we're staying tonight and kind of the next shelter, there's not, I don't know, like 12 miles. Maybe there's one really close and then a really far one. I'm not sure. So originally the plan was just to set up camp somewhere and tent, but with the approach trail added on at 8.8 miles, we're actually coming up at right around 30 miles for us. Is going to be a place to get off the trail and go in and get cleaned up. So Charlie actually arranged for us this, not tonight. So tonight we're going to stay at Gooch Gap shelter, right?
Yeah.
Gooch Gap, and then we're only going to have a 4-mile hike in the morning, and then somebody's going to pick us up, and we are going to go stay in a hostel called Barefoot Mountain Hostel, I believe, and it's $35 a person. We get a bunk bed, so we're sleeping in a bunk bed, but we get showers. It's $5 to do your laundry. They'll do your laundry for you. So we get some clean clothes, get showers. They got kind of a continental breakfast.
Does it have air conditioning?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll have air conditioning. And they got Wi-Fi, so should just be a nice evening just for us to get off the trail, get cleaned up, and then get back on the next morning. And then I think after that, the next morning when they bring us back to the trail, we'll head up to, I don't know, Whitley something shelter. It's like halfway up Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain's like supposedly the biggest mountain up here down in the Georgia piece. So we'll hit that day after tomorrow. But yeah, just want to get in, get cleaned up, and well, I've got a resupply too. Like I said, didn't really bring enough food to go much further than the next day or two. So everything's working out just for us to get off tomorrow. So and then we'll hit it back up again the next day. So about 4.5 more today, 4 in the morning, yeah. So we're really looking forward to that hostel right now. We are dirty.
Yeah.
Need some showers. So anyway, so me and Miley have started up the hardest mountain of the day. And right here in the valley, before we started this mountain, we sat down to eat some lunch. A couple other hikers showed up. And the guy just comes out of nowhere with, he's like, hey, you guys need water? Got some Gatorade. Here, I'll take your trash. So it was really awesome. It was good. We've been stashing trash for 3 days, so that was nice. But getting a little Gatorade, and we're still several miles from water refill, so that's pretty
And we're done.
pretty awesome.
We're good.
And I just got Miley falling down. You okay?
Yep. We're good.
Like I said, don't step on these sticks, sweetie.
Okay.
You all right, for real?
Yeah.
All right. It looks like we're at Horse Gap, but I guess that's what they call it. What?
Trail magic.
Trail magic.
And you're welcome, Dad.
Yeah, I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep going. So thanks to Miley, we got a water refill, got our trash taken out, and some Gatorade. So that's cool. So yeah, that trail magic was pretty awesome. I mean, you know, there's so many locals that just support hikers up and down the AT, and you know, just random acts of kindness, and you know, just helping people out. So that was really cool. Just, you know, I was dreading going up this mountain, but just kind of gives you a little motivation, a little burst of energy right when you really needed it. So really thankful for that. Also, Miley got a sucker. He had suckers. So she was happy about that. It's really hard to get perspective with the camera, just how far downhill or uphill some of these things are. I don't know if you can really, we've been climbing down a mountain for a while. We made it up the big one of the day, so now we're on the other side. No more uphills today, just downhill, and should have some flat ground onto the shelter. Alright, here we are at Justice Creek. And we refill our water, rest for a minute, eat some snacks. We're about 1.5 miles from the shelter for the night. All right, day 3 recap. We're spending the night at Gooch Gap Shelter. So we did 7.6 miles today. So had a couple pretty hard climbs, but all in all, it was a pretty good day. Had dinner with some folks. There was actually a lot of people at this shelter tonight. Probably what, like 15 or so? Quite a few people.
We almost didn't find a place to sleep.
Yeah, I know. We're actually sleeping on like a 45-degree incline. There's no way you'd be able to tell from the video, but we're literally sleeping on a hillside right now because we got here a little late. But it's cool, kind of be like sleeping in a recliner for the night. Hopefully the rain stays away.
I had a good dinner tonight.
Yeah, what'd you have?
I had a turkey casserole.
Yep, she had a Mountain House turkey casserole. I just had some mac and cheese.
Reminded me of Thanksgiving.
Excuse me, huh?
Reminded me of Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, okay. Yep, because it was turkey. But all in all, pretty good day. I know Miley's feet hurting today, but we had to start with wet socks, so I think that contributed to it a little bit. So looking forward to tomorrow. We've got a 4-mile hike over to Woody Gap, and then somebody's going to pick us up and take us to the hostel. So we're going to get clean clothes, a shower, and stay in a bed for the night. So kind of just takes a half day. Real quick, I'll show you on the AT guide what we did today. Alright, so just to kind of give you an idea of what we did, Miley's having to hold the book because literally we're on like a 45-degree angle and it'll slide down. So we started today, okay, what is it? Hawk Mountain.
Yep.
Alright, so see where my finger's at? Hawk Mountain, and then we hiked all this. That mountain was pretty tough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So was that one, but then we had quite a bit of downhill and then just a couple little uphill down to Gooch Mountain Shelter where we're at right now, which is total 15.7 on the Appalachian Trail, but you add that to the 8.8 we did for the approach trail, which puts me and Miley, our day 3 total, at 24.5. So like I said, we're going to hike out tomorrow 4 miles to a place called Woody Gap. And then we will show you guys some pictures and video of that place. So,
yep.
See you later.